Two of the biggest names in residential battery-powered lawn care came out with zero-turn mowers with non-traditional drive systems.
Both brands have the goal of making a riding mower with zero-turn capability, but without the lap bars for people that are either uncomfortable with them or just don't want them. So we're comparing the Ego E-Steer to the Ryobi iDrive in this battery-powered zero-turn head-to-head to help you decide which one is best for the way you mow.
And just to be completely transparent, we each have our favorites.
One big area where Ego and Ryobi differ is in deck size options. Now Ego only makes the E-Steer with a 42-inch deck at the moment. Ego designed this mower to match up well against a 22 horsepower gas zero-turn. With the 4 12-amp-hour batteries that come with it, you're capable of maintaining up to 2.5 acres. Given that Ego followed up its original 42-inch lap bar ZT with a 52-inch model, we hope to see some additional deck size options in the near future.
Ryobi, on the other hand, has 30, 42, and 54-inch deck size options. And we opted to review the 42-inch Goldilocks model. Not too big, not too small, you get the idea. Ryobi designed the 42-inch iDrive to match up with the 31 horsepower ZT, and it can mow up to 3 acres with its dual 80-volt 10-amp-hour suitcase-style batteries and two 40-volt 12-amp-hour batteries. Okay, we got runtime and deck size out of the way, but what you really came here for was to understand how these different drive systems operate, how they feel when you actually use them. Deciding between the two drive systems has one of the biggest effects on your experience as the operator. One thing to note is that both mowers can feel jumpy in their directional movements. But as you get more practice with them, your muscle memory is going to help smooth them out significantly. Kenny, Josh, and I had some serious time on these mowers, and we definitely found that we got better with each the more we used it. With that said, Ryobi's mower uses a joystick. This is an unfamiliar mechanism for many homeowners, perhaps as big of a jump as, say, using lap bars. But for consumers who've never used a traditional zero-turn, a joystick steering system might seem a bit more familiar, even a bit more comfortable. Ryobi's iDrive system uses the joystick to control both direction and speed. The learning curve does take longer, but not to a point that we consider burdensome. You'll need to go slow with your turns at first as you get used to how the joystick controls your maneuvers. However, you're going to notice that you get quicker and more precise with each week's mowing.
Ego's E-Steer drive system centers around an electronically controlled Formula One style wheel with true power steering. With the exception of the power and blade engagement controls, all other functions and relevant information, such as the battery levels, are located right there on the wheel where it's easy to see and adjust. Acceleration and speed come in the form of a gas pedal like a car. To reverse, you hold down the reverse paddles the entire time you want to drive backwards. Because the system is so car-like, there's a very short learning curve. The big thing to get used to is how far the wheel turns in order to get to the true zero-turn point. Especially when you're in sport mode, the zero radius turn can be aggressive enough for the inside rear wheel to dig into the grass a little bit. For most folks, 15 to 20 minutes of practice is all you need to get comfortable behind the wheel.
Conceptually, both Ego and Ryobi use removable batteries. So technically, you could swap out batteries to get more runtime instead of having to wait for the mowers to recharge. Because of how much runtime you get though with the batteries that come with these mowers, we doubt that you're going to have to do that in practical application.
From an execution standpoint, the battery systems of these two mowers are very different. Ego uses its standard 56-volt battery that works in its entire range of lawn care and lifestyle equipment. The mower comes with 4 12-amp-hour batteries, and those high-capacity packs are made specifically for this mower and similar high-power equipment. You can use any Ego 56-volt batteries to run the mower, but keep in mind you need a combination with at least 15 total amp-hours to run it.
Ryobi turns to its new 80-volt suitcase-style battery platform to power these mowers, and it supplements that, at least in this mower, with 4 40-volt battery slots. The 80-volt batteries work in the iDrive mowers, but also with the company's 30-inch self-propelled mower. The 40-volt batteries are the same ones that work with Ryobi's high-performance lawn care tools. When we roll those charts later, we'll show you the maximum capacities available, as well as the maximum loadouts for each mower.
Both mowers use an onboard charging system, which we like a lot better than having to take the batteries out and put them on individual chargers. Similar to an EV, you plug the charger into the wall and directly into the mower. Compared to some of the early battery-powered riding mowers we saw, the charge times are also much faster.
With both the Ryobi iDrive and the Ego E-Steer mowers, you can recharge the included batteries back to full charge in just 2.5 hours.
Now, it's no surprise to find that both Ego and Ryobi have feature-rich designs. In fact, it surprised us just how similarly these mowers line up in terms of what they offered. Now, Ego uses a 12-gauge stamped steel deck that houses a pair of 21-inch blades. You can adjust the deck height from 1.5 to 4.5 inches, its top mowing speed is 8 miles per hour, and you have the option of side discharge, mulching, or bagging.
Ryobi uses a similar 12-gauge stamped steel deck, but underneath, you've got a pair of cross-cut stack blades. All three have deck height adjustments from 1.5 to 4.5 inches, and you get the same 8 mph top mowing speed from the two larger models. Ryobi also gives you the same options of side discharge, mulching, or bagging, no matter which size you go with. One notable exception is the 54-inch model, which lacks a bagging option. We've compiled all the manufacturer's specs as well as our testing data into a series of charts, so feel free to pause and take a screenshot if you'd like to save the info for later.
Now that you have all the primary details of these mowers, it's time to address the elephant in the room, well, the field. How much do these mowers cost? You can get the Ego E-Steer for $5,999 with four 12-amp-hour 56-volt batteries. It comes with a 5-year warranty on both the mower and the batteries if you register them. If you don't register the batteries, the warranty is good for 3 years.
Ryobi prices its iDrive 42-inch mower at the same $5,999, and that includes two 80-volt batteries and two 40-volt batteries. But it gets even more interesting. Through July 30th, 2023, Ryobi is also including a 2-tool 40-volt combo kit that includes a 600 CFM blower, a 15-inch carbon fiber string trimmer, a 5-amp-hour battery, and a charger at no additional cost. That kit normally runs around $369. It also has the added benefit of giving you that extra 40-volt battery that can help extend the runtime on the mower. If you want the 30-inch model, that runs you $4,999 with two 80-volt 10-amp-hour batteries. The 54-inch model comes fully loaded out with three 80-volt 10-amp-hour batteries and four 12-amp-hour 40-volt batteries for $6,999. Ryobi's warranty is 5 years on the mower and the 80-volt batteries. Those batteries will get a 3-year warranty if you don't register them.
Given what you now know about these two battery-powered zero-turn mowers, which one best fits your needs? Let us know in the comments below.
You know, we should probably let them know which ones we picked.
I'm going with the Ego E-Steer. I like its ability to easily adjust my lines on long runs, and I also like having all the controls right in front of me.
I'm gonna go with the Ryobi iDrive because I've got a bigger lawn and I like the extra runtime you can get if you fully load this thing out with batteries. But that's just who we picked. There's really only one way to settle this.
Hang on, let me put it in launch mode.
What?
They were actually pretty close.